Okay, coolio. So we've now got our 3 columns set up, and we're going to do some quick work here on the transitions. What we're going to do is we're going to make the columns slowly change width. And the first thing we're going to do is create the functions that react to these buttons. So this one here is embiggen, which means get bigger. And so I'm going to create a new function in my JavaScript window called embiggen. So function declare embiggen. Cool. It's not going to receive any parameters, so we're just going to do open and close parentheses and then open and close curly brace to declare or define the body of our function. This is the thing that it's going to do. And so what we're going to do is we're going to document dot get element by ID. Uh-oh. What are we going to call it? Or what did we call it? Did we call it anything? What are we going to increase? What are we going to decrease? Well, we don't have any IDs on any of our divs, and so get element by ID is not going to find anything, no matter what we say. So let's hold off on this right now. Let's go over to our second column here. And after this class, we're going to give it an ID, and we're just going to call it second call or second column. Q. So now we can choose this here and say second call. All right. So we're accessing the document object. Remember, object has methods and properties. And one of the methods is get element by ID. We send it this parameter and then it finds it. And once it's found it, then we can hit the dot now to access another method or property. And in this case, we're going to access a property, which is class name. We're going to set the class name. Now right now it's call sm4, right? We're going to make it bigger. So we're going to go call sm6. Cool. Now let's see what happens when we click on that button now. Well, absolutely nothing, because we don't have this button doing anything still. We've created the function, but we have no call to the button. So on this second column, where this button is here, we need to add an on click and begin. There we go. So here's this. Not sure what happened there. That's weird. So here's our second button. This is, whoa, hello. This is all that is our button right here. There's the opening button tag. The class is btn and btn primary, which sets it up as a button and then a primary button. And then after that, we have our on click. Let's see, let me stretch this out. That might make it a little bit easier to see. Maybe, maybe not. We have our on click, and on click or on the button click, it is calling this JavaScript function embiggen. There's no parameter to send to it, and there's nothing set up to receive it, so it's just going to change the class name of second call, which is this whole column right here, to call sm6 from call sm4. So let's see what happens when I click on the button. It makes it bigger. Now, we're not totally done, because now what's happened to this one, which is call sm4, this third column now wraps because we're over our 12 limit. So to make this actually work and still maintain the width of the page, we need to change the document by ID. That third column, and we want to set the class name of that from call sm4. So because we're adding 2 to the total number of these columns here, that puts us at 14, so we need to shave 2 off. So this one, which is 4, should now be call sm2, right? Yes. Okay. Yeesh. Okay, so let's save that. Let's try again. I'm going to click on this. It still didn't work. Why is that? Anybody? Raise your hand. Because, yes, that's right, whoever said that. Because this div does not have an ID of call or of third call, so we got to give it one. Remember, the second div, we gave it an ID of second call, and that's how we can access it through the document. But we're looking for third call here, and third call doesn't exist, so we need to create that. So we're going to say ID equals third call. Save. All right. Now when I click on embiggen, this goes big, and this goes tiny. Now I want to make it so that when I click on this, it goes back to the way it was before. So I can just take this whole function here, copy it, paste it, and change this function name to unembiggen, and change these both back to 4. So now when I click embiggen and then unembiggen, oops, oh, we need to add a on-click to that third button. On-click equals unembiggen. All right. Embiggen, unembiggen. It's not working still. Why is it? Class button primary. Oh, I spelled embiggen wrong. Embiggen, unembiggen. Yay! Sweet jumps. All right, cool. That's a good place to stop for right now. Next video is going to show you how to animate that movement now from going bigger to smaller.